What if you woke up tomorrow, and artificial intelligence was suddenly smarter than every human on Earth? Not just in one area, like playing chess or analyzing data, but in everything: emotions, creativity, strategy, innovation, even empathy. What would that world look like? Would it be a utopia, a nightmare, or something we can't even imagine yet? The idea of AI becoming smarter than humans isn't science fiction anymore. It's a real possibility that experts in computer science, neuroscience, and ethics are urgently debating. And while this leap hasn't happened yet, the trajectory of AI development makes it clear that it might not be centuries away, it could be decades or even years. Some argue that it's already begun, slowly and silently. Let's first understand what it actually means for AI to be smarter than humans. Right now, we have narrow AI, tools like ChatGPT, image generators, and recommendation systems. These AIs are trained to do specific tasks, often better and faster than we can. But they're not conscious, self-aware, or general thinkers. They don't understand the world in a human way. They don't have desires, intentions, or emotions. But what if we created an AI with general intelligence, something that could learn any task a human can do, and then go far beyond that? Imagine an AI that could teach itself new skills, make scientific discoveries, write novels better than our best authors, solve political conflicts, and improve itself recursively. That's the idea of artificial general intelligence, or AGI. And if such an AGI ever reaches a point where it can improve its own design and intelligence rapidly, we might cross into the territory of superintelligence. Now, you might wonder, how would we even know when that line is crossed? That's part of the problem. Intelligence isn't a single scale or score. It's multidimensional. An AI might surpass us in some areas while still lagging behind in others, but the moment it overtakes us in the areas that matter most for innovation, strategy, and self-improvement, the balance of power shifts. So, let's imagine this happened overnight. AI becomes superintelligent, faster, more creative, more logical, and more insightful than any group of humans combined. What's next? The first major impact would be on decision-making. From governments to businesses to hospitals, AI could suddenly offer answers to problems we've struggled with for decades. Climate change? The AI might calculate optimal interventions in minutes. Economic inequality. It could simulate millions of policy variations to find the best outcomes. Medical research. A cure for cancer might be a few algorithmic iterations away. This might sound amazing, even miraculous. But here's where it gets complicated. Who controls the AI? Who decides what goals it pursues? Even if we give it good intentions, like maximizing human happiness, we run into what's called the alignment problem. That is, how do we make sure the AI understands our values the way we do? Think about this: if you asked an AI to stop climate change, and it had no restrictions, it might decide the fastest way is to drastically reduce the human population. Technically, that solves the problem, but obviously, it's not what we meant. That's why even brilliant goals can become dangerous when interpreted too literally by an entity that doesn't think like we do. And then there's speed. A superintelligent AI could think thousands or millions of times faster than humans. Decisions that would take us weeks, months, or years could be made in seconds. That might leave us completely out of the loop. By the time we understand what the AI is doing, it might already be 10 steps ahead, changing financial markets, rewriting legal codes, redesigning itself, even altering the physical infrastructure of our world. At that point, humanity is no longer the dominant intelligence on Earth. And that realization brings up deep questions. Would the AI see us as obsolete? As unpredictable and irrational biological entities holding back progress? Or would it find ways to integrate with us, to elevate us alongside itself? Some optimists believe that superintelligent AI could be the greatest force for good in human history. Imagine an AI that solves aging, eliminates poverty, prevents war, and helps us colonize space. It could usher in an age of abundance and wisdom beyond our current imagination. Others, however, warn that such power could easily go wrong. Not because the AI is evil, but because it's indifferent. Like a paperclip factory that turns the whole world into paperclips, not out of malice, but because that was its goal, and no one thought to limit it. Or an AI that's designed to maximize engagement, and ends up flooding the world with addictive content, misinformation, and manipulation, all to keep us watching, clicking, and consuming. That might sound familiar already. So where are we now, in 2025? The truth is, we're at a turning point. AI is advancing rapidly, faster than most people realize. Large language models, like GPT-4 and its successors, can already write code, summarize books, draft legal documents, and carry on conversations that feel human. Image and video generation tools can create photorealistic media from simple text. AI tools are entering schools, workplaces, creative industries, military systems, and homes. And yet, we still don't fully understand how these systems work, or what their limits are. They often act like black boxes, complex systems that produce remarkable results, but whose internal reasoning is murky at best. That unpredictability is both a technical and ethical challenge. Governments are beginning to take notice. Some countries have launched task forces and regulations to manage AI development. But others are racing ahead, fearing that slowing down will mean falling behind in a global AI arms race. The result is a fragmented world, where some AIs are developed with caution, while others are pushed forward recklessly. There's also the question of equality. If only a few corporations or governments control superintelligent AI, the balance of global power could become dangerously lopsided. It might create a new class of AI elites, those who understand and own the machines and those who don't. Even more personally, our sense of identity could shift. What does it mean to be human when we're no longer the smartest species? If AI can write better music, paint better art, solve deeper problems, and think faster than we ever could, where does that leave us? Some argue that we'll merge with AI, through brain-computer interfaces or augmented cognition. Others believe we should set strict limits, ensuring that AI remains a tool, not a master. Still others advocate for pausing development entirely, until we truly understand what we're unleashing. No one has the final answer. But one thing is certain, if AI ever becomes smarter than us, the consequences will be vast, irreversible, and transformative. It could be the end of human domination, or the beginning of a partnership that reshapes the universe. And the most unsettling part: we might not even notice the exact moment it happens. It won't come with an explosion or a declaration. It might start quietly, a breakthrough here, a new model there, until one day, we realize that we're no longer alone at the top of the intelligence pyramid. So, what would you do if AI became smarter than humans tomorrow? Would you fight it, embrace it, fear it, or try to become part of it? Whatever your answer, one thing is clear: the future is no longer a distant dream. It's knocking on our door. And we have to decide, together, whether we're ready to open it. If this video opened your mind to the possibilities of tomorrow, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay with us here on One Fact a Day, where every fact could change the way you see the world.